Sometimes you just need to dive in. Hello, welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for coming. I am here to just give you a few updates. I'd like to show you the projects that I'm working on. I also just went on a trip to New Zealand and it was really fun. A little bit long with two little ones. We were there for a week and a half and I bought a lot of yarn while I'm there. I think it might be enough to last me for the rest of the year, possibly even longer than that, probably even longer than that. So my aim is to not buy any more for the rest of the year. We also did a trip to Geelong not too long ago, so I do have some yarn from there because they have a store that stocks Bendigo Woolen Mills, and it's only maybe an hour and a half out of Melbourne, so not as far as Bendigo itself, which is about 2 hours. But yeah, anyway, I want to show you my works in progress, the yarn that I bought, and maybe some future plans, because I am trying to get through the socks that I'm knitting before I start on the winter beanies and jumpers for my kids and for our friends' kids and for our family and things like that. So yeah, let's get into it. The first project that I'm working on, well, I'm working on a few because I started a couple of things in New Zealand, and this is from Cruchy Fibers. I'm not sure, I'll show you the yarn later because I bought more of it. I love it so much. It's a sock yarn, so it's 75%, probably merino, but 75% wool and 25% nylon. It is so soft, and these colors, this was the second colorway that I picked, and I kind of liked it, but now knitting it up, it is so cool. It's actually such a cool color, and it's probably a little bit more muted than you're seeing right now. It's a bit of a cloudy, glary day in Melbourne at the moment, but I love it. I love it so much. This is the second sock that I'm working on. It's a sock with a heel flapping gusset. Using the sock pattern by Summer Lee Knits, just a basic one, and I love it so much. This is going to be a pair of socks for me. These colors are so fun, and I love the variegated bits in the blue and the goldy orangey here. I just wanted not too large of a foot length, so I did 15 rows for the cuff, which is a knit 2 purl 1, and then I did 35 rows for the heel. For the leg. And then I will finish off this foot and then I'll be done. And I need to finish these, which will be off the needles, so that I can use, actually I could probably use different needles. No, but I need to, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, I want to finish off this sock. So I have 3 pairs on the go at the moment. That's the first pair for me. The second pair is this one that I also started in New Zealand. I bought a ball of Regia yarn, or leftover ball of Regia yarn, to make this pair for a friend, and she has size 7.5 shoes, but my mistake was I made this leg too long. I think it's like a 20 row rib and a 60 row leg, and I only got through to past the gusset decreases on the second, so this is all that I had left. So I put this yarn on hold so that I could start a new pair of socks, but my plan is to finish off this foot with a neutral brown yarn. And this is the yarn I want to use, which is sitting behind me in this bag that I use as a project bag. I don't have actual project bags, I just use whatever I have lying around, which is a lot of fabric bags, some grocery bags, things like that. I want to use this Regia yarn because I want it to be the same type of yarn as the sock, so that it will be easy to take care of. Regia yarn, in my experience, has been really good you don't have to hand wash it or anything, you just chuck it in the wash and I just line dry it because we don't have a dryer, but I think it'll be fine. It says it's dryer compatible on the label as well. So if I'm gifting a sock, I want it to be easy for them to clean and reuse as well. Clean and reuse. Clean and rewear. Yeah, you don't want to just wear a sock once. So I want to pair it with this. I think I'm just going to do a foot. Can you imagine like the foot in this colour? It'll be maybe a little bit weird, but you know what? I'm so happy that I used up this ball of yarn, and I didn't want to waste any of it. I don't want to re-knit the sock with a shorter leg. And yeah, I think it's nice to, it's something a bit different, something a little bit more personalised, and it's homemade, right? Homemade gift. I've already put hours into it. I don't want those hours to go to waste. I think it'll still look nice with this, and the good thing is that I got past the gusset decreases, so really if you have this in like a pair of shoes, you wouldn't be able to tell that the foot is a different colour, right? And you don't usually take your shoes off if you're just going to work or something or going out, unless you're going to someone's house, in which case you do. And anyway, that's my reasoning, and I've already made it in her size, the foot in her size, so I can't really repurpose it for my own uses. I mean, I could, but I just want to make it for her. I've been thinking about her in every stitch, so that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, this is the yarn I want to use, and this is where I bring in the third pair of socks that I'm working on, because I'm using this yarn colour currently for this pair of socks. It's a pair of Colourwork socks. It is, I think it's the Summer Meadow socks by Charlotte Stone from her new book, Charming Colourwork Socks. I got it from my library, which is so cool. This is my favourite pattern out of the book. I don't know if I would make any of the other ones, to be honest, but I really liked this pattern. It's just got these flowers and a pop of colour at the cuff, which is in the design as well, which I really like. I tried to do, I think it's like a short row or shadow wrap. I think it's a shadow wrap. Not sure. But the heel that was in the pattern, I tried to do it, I've never done one before, and it just came out with these holes. And I was thinking of ripping it out and doing it again, but I think instead of doing that, I might just sew up the holes at the end when I finish the sock. And on the second sock, I will instead do a fish lips kiss heel and attempt to do that for the first time, and hopefully there won't be as big holes on it. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun knitting this. I thought I had a bit more to go, but it looks like I might be nearly done on the foot, because usually I do 70 rows for the foot on a heel flap and gusset, but this heel looks like it comes out a little bit more on the foot, so I might not need to knit as much down the foot, if that makes sense. So what I'll do is I will measure the length of one of the socks that I've already made and just make sure that it matches this before I start the toe decreases. But yeah, so I need to finish this sock at least one sock before I can cut the yarn. That's my plan anyway. And then finish off this sock, my second pair. So I've got 3 pairs of socks going at the moment, and I would like to finish all of them. The yarn that I'm using, the contrast colour yarn, is a sock yarn by Bendigo Wool and Mills. 75% wool, 25% nylon. Pretty sure, could be 80, could be 70-30. Pretty sure it's 75. But actually this colour is also called maybe something garden, meadow as well. But it has, it changes slowly from greens to pinks to purples. It's all in there, which I really like, and I really like using this as a contrast colour as well. But yeah, so those are the 3 socks that I am working on, and looking forward to finish so that I can start new sort of wintry projects. I probably will still have one more sock on the needles while I do more wintry projects, but I'll talk about that after I show you the yarn that I got from New Zealand, which is so exciting. I actually have it all here in this size 2 Aldi nappy box. And I bought a couple of vacuum bags before we left so I could vacuum seal some yarn, but I can open that a little bit later. I'll show you the yarn that I have out already. But first, my husband spotted this. He was like, I think it's you, Jen. I think it's a bit of you. And he was right. How cute is this? And it's like a really cute souvenir from New Zealand too, so I can bring that to my knitting group with my projects in it and knit and enjoy this bag. I love it. I love it so much. It's so cute. And it was only $10, which is even better in my opinion. Anyway, in here I have my knitting motions. Oh, the cap to another vacuum bag, which I'll screw back on so we don't lose it. I guess this video will also serve as a record of like all the yarn that I bought, so I'll try to refrain myself from buying more. I think I like the idea of like the ebb and flow of like buying yarn and using it up and buying yarn and trying to use it up anyway. I do feel like I have enough, and along with some of the acrylic yarn that my friend gave me, a huge bag of it really, not just some. I think I'll have enough to last the year. I spent some time over the week just sorting out the yarn that I have again. So now it's nicely organized into like sock yarn and wool yarn and acrylic yarn, and everything has its place. But I really think that I have enough for the rest of the year and I don't have to spend any more money on that. I mean, I didn't have to, but it was nice to be able to sort of enjoy all the yarn stores in New Zealand, and yeah, I just felt really lucky to be able to pick up the pieces that I really liked. And I even went back to one yarn store twice because it was one of the last days there and I hadn't bought that much yarn. Actually, I only had, in my opinion, I didn't buy that much. And my husband said he was expecting me to buy more. So I was like, I guess I can live up to that expectation. And there was some yarn that I really liked at that store. So I'm glad we got to go back. But yeah, this is probably what prompted me to go back the most. This Crucci sock yarn 4-ply, 75% merino superwash wool and 25% nylon. That's the stripy sock, one of the stripy socks that I'm working on, this one. Right now it's the same yarn and it's so soft. I'm not sure how it wears because I know the Regia yarn is rougher, which is why I prefer this, but I know that it's very hard wearing and it hasn't really peeled on me yet, the ones that I wear. So this might peel a bit more because I have found the softer yarns peel more, especially as socks. Like we're pretty hard wearing on I'm pretty hard wearing on my socks. I wear them in shoes and things like that. And my Birkenstocks, of course, socks and sandals. Yeah, it's the best. I don't know what my children will have to say about that when I'm older, if they will have an opinion on their mum wearing socks and sandals. I'm just spitting everywhere. But yes, I got this colour. So the first time I went, I got two colours. One's in the thing, one's in this. Actually, you know what? I am going to open up that because it makes more sense for me to show you all these yarns together. Bear with me. Okay, so the first time I went to, it's all a bit crumpled because of the vacuum seal bag, but the first time I went to the store I bought these two and then I started knitting with this and I fell in love with it, so I wanted to go back and get some more. So I think they don't have colour names. This is shade 14, but yeah, really nice. And I have an idea of a pattern that I want to do with this stripy yarn. Really cool colors, right? Like a muted sort of a rainbow. I don't know, I thought it was really fun. I want a pair of these. So, and then I went back and I got these three. These three colors. So this one is shade 10, shade 17, and shade 12. So I got these three as well because I just fell in love with it. This is a yarn that is from New Zealand, from Christchurch, and it's made in China. But pretty sure it is, I think it's New Zealand yarn. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere. I'm not sure, it doesn't say. Interesting. Really soft though. I might have to do some research on where this is. It says it's made in China, but I wonder if the yarn itself is New Zealand yarn because it just says 75% merino superwash wool and 25% nylon and 100 gram balls. So I have those four more of those. And I also got this, which I thought was beautiful, and it was quite affordable too. It was only about $22 for hand-dyed yarn. And this is it's called Hand Painted Socks, 75% merino, 25% nylon, 4-ply from Countrywide Yarns. And on the receipt, I'm pretty sure it said it was a teal wine colour. And it looks like you can wash it in a machine. And it says it's from Auckland as well. So really nice, really pretty. I'm really into that colour. I didn't see a lot of other colours I liked, or else I would have gotten more. From that store, which by the way was Knit Store Hamilton, I also got these two balls, and I went back and got the blue ones as well because I love tweed. And I love that this is 100% wool, so it doesn't have, even the tweed neps aren't made of like nylon or polyester or something. It must just be printed on the colour, and it was just so nice. So I got the blue ones as well. It just says shade 31755, and this one says shade 31760. So this is a DK 8-ply. It's by Naturally, called Loyal Vegas Tweed, 100% wool and machine washable. So I think these would make really good beanies for kids. I really like the colour. I thought it'd be really nice to make like a whole sweater out of this, but it was, I think, $11 something for 50 grams, which isn't too bad, but I didn't want to get that much, so I thought just a little beanie would be nice. And even the colours together would be really nice too. So yeah. And then I got more sock yarn from that store. Like I said, I really, really like that store. I think these are both made in Turkey, or they said something about made in Turkey, yep. This is also Naturally 4-ply print, Gallipoli, 75% wool, 25% polyamide, machine washable. Another sock yarn in bright fun colours. I thought that would knit up nicely with the white in there as well. This one is Nako Boho, which is a fun looking colour. I'm looking forward to using that. It looks kind of like tropical, but like not too bright. But you know, nice and fun, and the texture has like little bits coming off it. Like it's a bit fuzzier than the other ones, which I thought was interesting. So I got one ball of that to play with. And these were from, I think it's called Lupine Wool Co, and they had like the biggest collection of dyed in the wool. I don't think I've ever seen dyed in the wool in real life before, but the colours were amazing, and they had so many. But it was like $50 for a skein. I'm not even sure that was a 100 gram skein. I'm that's out of my price point at the moment. But anyway, I got these because I think we can get this yarn here. I've seen it here before, maybe at a store in Ballarat, but the colours were really cute. I really like them. Zealana Cozy, and I wanted to get some yarn with possum in it because I was told possum merino yarn was really nice, and I did see some of that, but that again was $20 for 50 grams, and that is also still out of my price point. Yeah, but anyway, I got this. It is 58% merino, 22% nylon, 15% brushtail possum down, and 5% baby alpaca. And my idea is to maybe do like a gingham inspired pair of socks with these, because this is a sock yarn as well. This is the shade Kale and this is the shade Peppermint. I like it when the colours have names. So that's these two. I was feeling the blue that day because I also got these 3 shades of Ashford Merino DK. Originally I was thinking I could make like a cowl, but I was also thinking I could make mittens, some colourwork mittens. I've never made them before, but I think this with a white would be really nice in a pair of colourwork mittens for winter. For myself or for my mum or for a friend, I'm not sure yet, but I really like this wool. This is, I believe, like a deep tealy colour, I don't know. It's coming off more blue on screen, but it's definitely more tealy leaning, I think. It's not as royal or navy blue as you can see on the screen, but this is shade 807. But yeah, Ashford Merino 4-ply, 100% merino wool, 50 grams. I'm pretty sure this is made in New Zealand. But I know that Ashford is a New Zealand brand and they make really cool or really good, what's it called? Spinning wheels. But yes, that is another hobby for another day, another year, another lifetime. I got this bandit wool. My little one chose this as a colour for a beanie, so I will make that at some point, and I thought this wool would make a nice beanie as well for myself, for my husband. It's by Sockmatician, which I feel like I've been on their website before. Colour is Bruton. Oh, it's got possum in it too. Recycled natural fibre yarn with possum. I wonder how much possum. That's my baby calling. I will be back. We're just doing some sleep training now, so we'll see how that goes. So I might be talking a little bit softly because I am paranoid that the baby's going to wake up. But I just wanted to finish off with the last 3 balls of yarn that I bought in New Zealand. Some stuff I really love. So this is Naturally by Waikiwi, the Prince version. It is 55% New Zealand merino, 20% nylon, 15% alpaca and 10% possum. It's a 4-ply sock yarn. These are all sock yarns, the rest of it. And I'm really looking forward to knitting this one up. I just got a 50-gram ball and I think it should be enough if I use a contrasting colour, or I don't know, just something not too big, but it should be enough for a pair of socks for me. It is a hand wash yarn, so don't forget to, I don't know, I probably won't hand wash it. I was going to tell myself to hand wash it and not put it in the machine, but I think recently I've been putting my hand knitted socks and things into a delicate garment bag, and I'll probably just save it for a delicate wash when I get a chance. Another of these Karuchi sock yarns. This is a really nice blue. It is in the shade number 10 and it is 75% merino superwash wool and 25% nylon, and that's a 100-gram ball. So really liking the look of this color as well, because I don't know, sometimes I'm feeling the blues and the greens, and I really like how there's like a few like different splotches of variegation in some of the colors. So we'll see how that knits up. I think it'll be a really nice pair of socks. And the last one is another cute pastel-y pinky purple ball of yarn. It is from Opal. It is the Reginald 18 Deer Expedition. And this feels like the Regia yarn. It is a little bit fluffier. You can see more of like a halo and a tiny bit softer, not as rustic feeling, but I think it'll be just as hard wearing as the Regia yarn that I usually use. And it's such a fun color. It's so cute. I'm really feeling the pastels and things at the moment. So I do have a pair of socks that I need to finish, a pair of Colourworks socks, the Summer Meadow ones. As I mentioned earlier, I've finished one sock and I just need to finish the other one now at this stage. I'm not really feeling the sock vibe right now, but I really like, there's this cute pair of gingham socks that I really want to make. I think it's a free pattern on Ravelry. I'll have to find that when I can. But I saw another YouTuber knit that one up, so I think that might be my next pair with the two blue Zeolana sock yarns in the two shades of like tealy blue that I have. I think that'll be my next pair of Colourworks socks. But yeah, I'm not working on any other socks at the moment. I'm in sort of a beanie stage, and I'll show you in my next podcast what I'm doing with those beanies. And there's a shawl being knitted behind me. Oh no, it's here, sneak peek. Ooh. It's so pretty. I love it. I love it so much. But yeah, that's all for today's video. Thanks for letting me share all of the yarns that I bought in New Zealand, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.